Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and we have been doing some things. So, we have been completing missions. We have burned through quite a bit of ice. We're not even 60% full on the hydrogen, but we have a lot of tanks and thrusters on this thing now. So, what we're going to do today is go do a little bit more ice mining, get this thing a little bit more powered up, and we're going to head into space. But first, we have to get started. So let's go. So, happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and a solid start to the week thus far. So, we've made some changes to the ship, just to give you an idea. Now, when you come out here, you can see we have mounted what will eventually be the jump drive. We're just waiting for the last couple of components to be made. So I had to keep interrupting the ice shipments in order to go get gold. And I'm thinking, hold on a second here, let's take a look at our stations. We're going to not show those. We are going to show that. The reason being, UVMG is, what, that way, 30k? Because what I want to do is I'm trying to not do as much mining as we've been doing. And I think we are about to run out of gold, which we just did. And we still have quite a bit of stuff to get done. So what I'm going to do is I think we're going to go over to the resource trader, see if he's got any gold over there. Maybe pick up some uranium if he does as well. And we need to start doing things where we are making a bit of money, because we've gotten to a pretty dangerous location at this point, or pretty dangerous situation at this point. Mainly because of the fact of the way we're choosing to play through, where we're trying not to basically mine a lot. So what we're going to end up with, I think we're going to pick up a mining craft. See if we can pick up a mining craft once we get into space. I want to take this thing because it's got the massive cargo. Oh, one of the things that I did, before I forget, is we put an intake vent in down here. So what this is going to do is it allows us to not have to worry about oxygen when we're inside of an atmosphere. So even if we don't have ice, basically we can dip into an atmosphere and recharge our oxygen, which is actually going to be somewhat important here in the immediate future. And I want to find our bottles. We won't... Okay, so we do have O2 on board. So we're going to go to Oxy. And this way we have one on either side. One's on port, one's on starboard. And we want both of you to auto refill bottles. We're gonna close this up. Helps if I go to the right port. Okay. There we go. Now for the test of truth here. I haven't tried lifting off with this monstrosity since we've gotten everything powered on. I do want to set up this to be slightly different. we don't want that in there. So what we are going to do is actually we're going to set this up to be on its own grid system, or its own activator. Okay, so let's get ready to rumble, shall we? Okay, so we are going to switch this, switch that, turn on those, turn on that. And we are going to head that way. Well, it's good to know everything is capable of supporting itself. And it is flying quite nicely, actually. Now, I did add a programmable block on one wing, and I'm thinking I'm going to end up putting another... Well, I don't know if I'm going to put another gyro on it or not, because... Yeah, we'll probably do another gyro. Just because it's a little touchy. Alright. Well, it's not as touchy as I'd like, so... Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick cut right here, because we've got about 25 kilometers to go, and it's going to take me a minute or two. So when we come back, we should be at the base. So, alright, so let me go ahead and do that quick cut, and we will be right back. And we're back. So I figured I'd bring you back to show you the approach to the place, and I figured out that the ship actually has enough lift with just its atmospheric thrusters that once you get pointed in the direction you want to go, you are pretty safe. It'll hold its own mass up, at least without a whole lot of stuff in the cargo. And we are going to swing ourselves around this way, I think. God, I hope that's big enough for us to actually land on. There's one problem with this ship. She's a little chunky in the midship there. Alright. So we need to do this somewhat carefully and logically. Thankfully, the landing gear is basically where we're trying to line up. See that front pad on the landing gear? Alright, so we want you to come back. We want you to swing down. And before we get too much closer, we want to make sure we're not going to run into anything here. Alright. And unfortunately, we're going to... Let's go ahead and turn the hydrogen off. I guess we can actually turn off that stuff as well. As long as we stay locked to the ship, or to the base, we should be okay. Oh, you know what? No, we're gonna leave the atmospheric on, because the ship will what's it called? The connector. The connector has an auto eject. So what will happen is after a certain amount of time, it'll disconnect you from it. Alright, so we are going to head in. Which way am I going here? Hey, look at that. That's what you have in the store. You have gold. But no uranium. I was hoping they would have uranium. Do I have a tier 3 drill? Okay, I do have elite everything else. Okay. So let's see what we can find here. What were we saying with gold? Oh, you've got a bunch of that. If I wanted to buy like 500 of that, that's 12 million. That is a lot of gold, but it would go a good ways to help us. I was really hoping they were going to have uranium. Oh. Let's see what they have for missions. You should have mission terminal or contract terminal. Anything good? Not really. Thruster components. Ooh, bulletproof glass. Yeah, we can do that. Accept that. And anything else worth really picking up? No, that's so not worth it. Actually, I could go grind the jump drive down and complete that one really quick. Oh. Yeah, that's worth it. I actually might have... No, I won't have that many on with us. Like I said, I might have that many, but... Alright, so let's see what else we've got here. Superconductors, solar... girders, and cobalt ingots. So 117 is what they're asking for. Get out of my way. $189,774. Nope, we would lose money. Okay. I mean, it would be kind of worth it to get the faction, but we would end up losing money on that deal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out here at the station a little bit. See if we can get some uranium to show up. Actually, how much is the platinum? Not bad. I could use... If I took a couple of ingots of that, I could build a few thruster components. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and let the resources cycle a couple of times, and then we will come back if we get some uranium or I get tired of hanging out over here. But I'm expecting to be here a little bit. So. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and do another quick cut, and we will be right back. And we're back. I just found something that might be a bug in the game. Alright, so if we come in here, go into the store. So I bought some stuff, but there is hydrogen available, right? So we're going to switch our over to the tank here. So you see how that's almost completely full? Go hydrogen tank 13. Should be able to buy that. Now, I basically bought all of the hydrogen that they had available. And when I did, look, we got ore this time. Anything good? Anything good? Oh, okay. So switch this over to here. And we're going to actually let's see if we can buy all of it for this tank. Doesn't have enough free capacity. Okay, so let's go there. And then this one should have enough capacity. Nope. So you're going to be another 2,000 here. And you will be whatever's left. All right. Okay, well, that worked that time, I guess. Yeah, so the last time I came out here, I was like, I wanted to come up, take a look at the tank and see, you know, how much hydrogen we had. So you are actually mostly full at this point. Okay, so we were at about 56%, I think it was, full when we landed. So we should be somewhere around the 60-ish. 79%. Okay, so yeah, no, it works. Like, oh. Yeah, it was really weird because I came out and I was like, wasn't my ship parked here? So I'm not sure what happened. I'm wondering if, because I'd been standing around in the base for a little while, and I'm wondering if it had gotten to the point where it rejects the connection and it was trying to refresh the connection. All right. So anyway, we are going to drop this stuff off. Let's grab. So we're gonna go see if any uranium spawned in the last couple of minutes here. Would be nice if it did. I doubt it will because I'm looking for it. Whenever I'm looking for it, I never get it. It never shows up on the rotation when I want it. Yeah, see? Alright. Alright, that's fine.
Meteor storm inbound.
I'm not going to worry too much about it. 5%, 5.1%, 6.9%, 12.3%. Nice. Alright, so, oh. That sounded explosive. What are we... Ugh. What are we... Bulletproof glass. I have to remember to bring back 1,000 bulletproof glass. Since the missions have refreshed. Really? Yeah, sure. I actually think I have that. I may have that with us. 28 gravity components. Oh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, we'll do it. And actually, how much? Okay, so what are they offering for that acquisition? That's going to be, we need 52 reactor components. Yes, we'll accept that. And you want silver. 410 silver's paying out just over 1 million. You are selling silver, and I think we're getting it at, you know, see, we were getting silver last time. Damn it. All right, so we're going to head back to the other base anyway. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab that acquisition. Sure. Because we're heading back to the base. We have gold and silver and everything over there, so it just means I have to actually go mine it all out again. But with everything we have, we're looking at, what, 10, 11, 12, 13... So almost 14 million, all said and done. Not too bad. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves back to the other base. Come on. Spawn some silver for me. It was worth a try. Alright. Okay. So yeah, we're going to head back to the other base, get all of the stuff, the platinum and the gold that we just bought unloaded. I will probably do some running back and forth just to get all of our stuff done. And then we are going to head into orbit. Like I said, I really want to get into space today. But I want to also have enough money that it's worth doing this. Which one are you? Where are you at? You are that way. You're 200 million on the other side of the planet, which means you are probably on the moon. I'm betting you're on the moon, aren't you? Okay, so let's pick up our stations list. Okay, so that's a resource. I don't remember what these guys are. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another cut. We're gonna head back to our base, drop off the stuff we've got, let the manufacturing team work on what they need to work on. Let me see here. Should I have 15 reactor components? I hate buying platinum, because every time I buy platinum, it's always, you know, for thruster components for trade, and it's been getting expensive. Anyway, so we're going to do a quick cut, head back to the other base, get some work done, probably go do some more mining, get more ice. The fact that you can buy hydrogen is actually pretty cool. And actually gives a reason to have stations. Alright, so yeah, we're going to go ahead, get all of this, head back to the base, and we will be right back. And we're back. So I decided to do a bit of testing on something. So I went ahead, don't ask me why I welded that up, but we went ahead, added a boom, and then have a connector just connect it to the grid, because I'm kind of curious to see if this will allow us to deposit things, or basically complete missions. So we have spent a little bit of time building some things. That's the store, and unfortunately some of it is stuff that I needed, and I probably should have used to build my my jump drive, but let's see here, you guys. So we'll finish this. Oh, that is broken. That is so broken. So basically, in order to do any type of trade, you just have to have an active connector linking your ship to the base. It does not actually have to be piped in. Oh, that is so broken. How much money do I have now anyway? Let's see what you got over here. Oh, look, more zone chips. Anything that I want? Not really. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, that might not be bad, but this thing is horrible inside of an atmosphere. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do a save. I'm gonna save as. We'll revert the old save. We've progressed so far that even if I had to roll back that far, it'd be easier to do a new start. And then we're gonna do save as here. And we're gonna buy that thing. Just so you can see it. Did I buy it? Yep, I bought it. I think I bought it. Yep, we bought it. Holy crap, look at that thing. Okay, so with all the thrusters active, it's got a side dock on it. Okay, so let's get this thing on the ground first. What? Dude. There's timing blocks in here. There's all sorts of stuff. Is there stuff down there? No, okay. Holy. We're gonna... So there's two side docks. There is a landing platform on the back. We need to go a little bit further over. Now this thing I think has a jump drive on it. Basically, I'm just trying to get down far enough that I can put this thing on the ground so we can turn off all of the thrusters and everything. You don't have landing gear. Like I said, we're not gonna keep this save. I just wanted to take a look at it. Oh, that's right, because we're inside here. We're not gonna be able to lock the gear. Alright, outside the safe zone you go. And... I want this thing to be level when we're doing this. There we go. And do we have a group for all the atmospheric thrusters? Airlock, airlock, hydrogen thrusters. Man, alright. Like I said, I'm not worried too much about this. Okay. This thing is kind of nice. Gravity. That's actually a nice detail. I like that. It's got a full med bay on it. Oh, so we can actually change our suits. Alright. This is the docking docking ring. Pressurize on off. I don't know if I would have my med bay in an area that could be depressurized. Very cute. Crew quarters. Is that reactor? Yeah. Yep, small reactors feeding into things. I'm guessing this is supposed to be closet. Or maybe, yeah, I guess it's probably the closet, and then this is going to be the toilet, or maybe like bathroom area. And now that we have the bathroom blocks, that's an O2 generator, actually. Do you have any cargo? Wow, we've got some tools, we've got some tanks, got a bit of uranium in here. Not a bad deal. I'm actually liking the way this is set up. And with the new blocks that are available, we'd be able to take this out, take those side blocks off and put in the bed block over here, maybe put the actual armory block in. I'm guessing this is going to be the reverse.
Meteor storm inbound.
Yep. Heading aft. Let's see, anything up here? Bunch of parachute blocks. Interesting. Bunch of parachute blocks and 3 large cargo. That's actually a really well built ship. See, and here I was bad-mouthing it because I had multiple people tell me that this thing couldn't support its own weight in an atmosphere, and it seems to be doing it just fine. I'm wondering if I'd be able to dock this ship to that ship. Alright. I actually do like this, and it does kind of make me sad that I bought the other one now. I wonder if you can sell that. Oh, that'd be kind of interesting if you could sell the ship. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another quick cut. We're going to revert back the save because, like I said, I'm not planning on keeping this one. We will reload when we come back. I'm going to go ahead and get all of the missions caught up, get everything done, and hopefully have enough material, or at least enough fuel to get us into orbit. Alright, so yeah, we'll do that quick cut and we will be right back. And we're back several hours and half a day later. Oh my God. So yeah, we're just finishing off some of the contracts. We've had to do quite a bit of work in game to get to this point, but we now have just shy of 125 million in game. Not too bad, right? Oh, so we actually went to the other side of the planet because we're going to be, you know, I've got all the waypoints up here looking at the closest stations, and the closest stations are actually one at 112 kilometers that way, which is an orbital station, and then there are a couple up on the moon at 214. So I'm thinking, oh, see, the ones on the moon are going to be vehicle traders. The one over here in orbit is, I think, another resource trader. Actually, I don't know what those are. TFSL. I think those are resource traders. I don't know. But I'm thinking we're going to head for the ones on the moon. Because like I said, those should be ship traders. So I'm kind of wanting to get into something a little bit larger term, or larger build, longer term kind of things. What was I doing? Store. And one of the things that we've been doing is we've been buying, you know, uranium and Oh, they don't have uranium over here this time. So last time I was here, they had like 600 units of uranium, and I picked up like 1 or 200 of it, and it was expensive. We're spending a little over $1 million per 100. So yeah. Let's see, you've got 7K. We are going to check. You're mostly full. They should be mostly full at this point because I've been popping in and out trying to get things set up. And I'll show you what we've got going on here in a second. Looks like, yeah, looks like there's no uranium this time. Okay. Which is fine because we want to get out of orbit. We're going to get off the planet. Yeah, see? No uranium. Alright. Okay, so the ship's been modified a little bit. We've put some connectors on it, so we have connectors on the side now to make it easier to get in and out of the bases. We have a connector on top for the mining craft, which we're going to have to renovate once we get into space. And what we will probably do is replace the atmospheric thrusters with ion thrusters, so that we'll be able to use this thing once we get into space. But I'm leaving it with atmospheric for right now, just in case something goes completely wrong, the ship gets destroyed, and we need something to recover from. But we also have the scout with us, so that little beast was able to land right here, and it's perched nicely. Now the problem is that we can hover with our atmospheric, just our atmospheric jets on this thing. But because we don't have an atmospheric lateral thrust system, we drift side to side. So I actually end up having to use hydrogen systems as well, which is where part of the trouble is coming in. But if we're heading to orbit, I'm thinking this won't be too much of an issue. At least I'm hoping. Oh, alright. So we're going to close that off. Close that off. I want to see if our refineries are done. Doesn't sound like it. Those going on. I may hang out here for just a minute. Let's go 180. Actually, that's going to go 30. And another 20. There we go. That should be done in a hot minute. We're at 95% of our hydrogen. I think we still have some ice on board. I hope we have some ice on board. We do have ice, which is good. We actually have quite a bit of ice. So I'm not going to worry too much about our hydrogen supply for right now. Now, where we're going to run into problems is if we run out of hydrogen while we are in space, because we only have the atmospheric thrusters as backup, and I don't have an assembler on board. So we're not going to be able to build anything. I may add an assembler. I don't know. Okay, so that's all going. Those are good, and I think that's it. I think we're pretty much good to go at this point. Oh, let me check how much uranium we have, actually, before I forget. Alright, so we've got 89 in each, which means we are burning through that. Not completely quickly, but it's fast enough to be concerning. Alright, so I think that is everything. What were you? I don't remember what you were. Alright, so we have bottom connector, starboard connector, we need port connector. I want you to be switch lock. Okay. So I think that's good. I think we're good to go. So we're going to turn on hydrogen. We are going to undock here. And oh no, do we want to? Let's see here. Where is our? Our closest Earth is going to be there. Yeah, I think we're going to go. I think we're going to head for the moon. Where are you guys? Trying to figure out where everything is. Over there. Okay. So maybe we won't go for the moon. Maybe we will go for the closer orbital. Too many. Okay, so those are there. We're looking for that one, maybe? Half the distance. Yeah, let's go for that one. Alright. Off we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are... You know what I might do? I may just go ahead and get out of atmosphere. We're getting there close. We're getting there fast enough. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Alright, so we've got 100 kilometers to go. Just under 110 kilometers to go. So we are going to do one more quick cut. I just wanted to show you where we were and what was going on with this thing because, you know, I ended up having to take part of the night off because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I stopped recording last. Oh, so yeah, let's get over there. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick cut, and I'll bring you back when we're a little bit closer. All right? We'll see you in a bit. And we are back once more. We are in space. As you can see, we have full artificial gravity, no planetary gravity, and in order to save fuel, I'm doing the little... We're just going to coast for a while. And what we're going to try and do is we're going to try to avoid the curvature of the gravitational curvature of the Earth-like, mainly because we want to stay out of the mess that is the gravitational plane. So what we're doing is we're just kind of skimming across the top of it. This way we can use our velocity to keep us going without having to burn any fuel to get there. So this is the nice thing about being in 0G in the game, is that, you know, you can actually drift. Got here surprisingly quickly, and as you can see, we're still 30k out. I think what we're going to do is we're going to adjust our vector here a little bit. Check. Looks like we should be staying over the gravitational curvature, so yeah, we should be okay. So now we just need to turn on our thrust long enough to change our vector. And I apologize for the noise. It's the middle of the Sunday and it's warmer than hell out here today. It's actually cooler than it's been the last few days this week, but you know, it's still too damn warm. Alright, so we're going to coast in slowly here. And that looks pretty good for vector. Go ahead and we'll check that. What we're basically making sure we're doing is, if you watch your gravitational output, down at the end of your hotbar, that'll tell you if you get into the actual gravity well of the planet, which, you know, it's not bad. It's just we don't want to do that. We're trying to avoid doing that as much as possible to save as much fuel as possible. This is one of the nice things, like I was saying earlier, one of the nice things about once you get into space, you can get pretty much anywhere in the game fairly easily. The one thing that sucks is that I don't think we'd be able to use our jump drive yet. Let's see here. So this would be... No, I want it to jump, not recharge. Hey, we're close enough that we're picking up the beacon. Now, if we did control panel, jump, there's a minimum jump distance of 10 kilometers. And that would take us way too far. I'm wondering if we can get away with that. I thought we might still be too far into the gravitational well. Well, that worked nicely. Alright. No, 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 no. We don't want that. We need to bring the ship back under control. We are drifting a bit there. I should probably put a camera on this thing so we can zoom in. That way we can check our approach vector. Now, one of the things that I did do, and I didn't mention earlier, is I took the safe zone generator off of the base back at our actual base, and I have the parts with me because what I want to do is I'm thinking we're going to set up a orbital station somewhere, probably like midway between. Well, we'll see what these guys are offering. But if these guys are offering anything even slightly useful, what I'd like to do is to set up a way station outside of the gravity well that we can use in order to have a base, so we can get to all of the nearby stations, and then basically have something, be able to drop down to the planet from time to time in case we need to go pick something up. Alright. Let's see what you have, buddy. Yeah, so I'm thinking I will off camera make my way over to the lunar outposts if these guys don't have ships. We'll find out in a second if they do, though. It looks like they've got a fairly large landing pad. Not that it really matters with our current ship, but like I said, we're really just worried about hitting that spot where we end up drifting back to the planet. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to use the side docking. We'll try, though. It never hurts to try at least once, right? Well, unless you're going full speed and slam into the thing. That would probably hurt. Yeah, we're going to have to use the... we're going to have to use the side docks, which is fine. That's what they're there for. We want it to be able to do this, so... Alright. We're going to have to move you out there a little bit. That's looking pretty good. It'd be nice if we could set the gravity well, or the gravity generator, to align to the grid that we're trying to connect to. How close are we? I can't tell if looks like we're a little too far back. There we go. Okay, now I need to remember Put on my helmet. Oh. And we are docked on this side. Yeah, we could have aligned a little bit better. That's fine. Now we don't want to evacuate all of the air in here. All right. You've got motors, canvas, bulletproof glass, welder, proficient grinder, data page, zone chips. Oh, you've got all sorts of okay, that's all. Wrong button. That tells me they actually have stuff I might want to check out. Let's see what's in. Huh. Anything good? Armory, toilet, bed. I like the. I really like this design. I really like this cabin design. I may have to steal this. I may definitely have to steal this design. Alright, anything here? Yeah, useless. Okay. I like that. Okay, so... that is actually a really nice design on the compartments. This is similar to one of the other stations, so yes, okay. What are you selling? Plates, so you're selling finished components. Ooh, look at that. Man, it may actually be worth to buy some thruster components. Construction. Would be awesome is if what are you doing for acquisition? Anything good? Not really. You're just looking for basic stuff, right? Silicon ore. Construction components. Okay, so we have finally made it into space, and we have stopped at a pretty much useless station. Well, it's not completely useless. What is that? Is that gravity or space ball? Yep, space ball. Nice. Yeah, so that... Oh, access denied. So we could jack the station if we wanted to go to war. Okay. And the safe zone wasn't turned on. I think that is going to do it for us for today. This was a ridiculously long recording session for me. It spanned a day, like actually, what, a day and a half? It was just... Oh, so... what we're going to do is we're going to call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. If you are new to the channel, haven't done so already, or just want to, do something nice for me on this lovely Monday afternoon. Well, it'll be Monday morning when it goes out. Monday afternoon when you see it, probably. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you really want to be kept up to date with what's going on around here, be sure to ring that little bell, because YouTube is actually letting people know when new content comes out sometimes. All right, so on that note, that's actually kind of cool. We're going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Let's go see if there's anything in the asteroids over here. Maybe do a little bit of pirate mining. How funny would that be? Actually be able to mine pirates. Oh, that's interesting.